Okay, so the OG ROM of custom ROMs have arrived with a taste of Android 14, and that's LineageOS 21. Today in this video, we'll talk about what's new they have added with LineageOS 21. We'll talk about the performance part, camera, battery, etc. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here I have my OnePlus 9 on which I've installed LineageOS 21, which has the latest security patch of Feb 2024. You can see Android version is Android 14. LineageOS version is 21. This is the latest build which I'm running, and that's of 19th Feb. Security patch is 5th Feb 2024. And guys, right now it's available for a lot of devices. I'll leave the download links in the description below. If you guys want to try it out, you can download and flash it. So I'm using LineageOS since 2 days. And I also received an OTA update today. You can see here, this was the latest OTA update which I received. The update size was 1.5 GB. In the changelogs of LineageOS 21, they did mention that updater app should now install AB updates much faster. But I don't know, for some reason it took almost 30 to 40 minutes to install this 1.5 GB update. That's okay, but it's good to see that initial builds itself have the support of OTA updates. And you can see this screenshot, guys. These are the only apps which will get pre-installed soon you install this LineageOS 21. So you can see there are no bloatwares pre-installed. But after installing the OTA update, this browser application was removed due to some reason. I'm not sure what's that, but it had a good privacy feature. And guys, now before moving ahead, if you guys like our content and if you think it's useful for you guys, then make sure to smash that like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. First, let's talk about the new add-ons, what they have done with LineageOS 21. Now LineageOS 21 comes with a brand new boot animation. After a long time, Lineage have changed their boot animation, and it's always a welcome change. You can take a look at the new boot animation present on LineageOS 21. With the builds of Android 14, Lineage have added a lot of support of Material U. For example, now we do have a support of Material U in the calling app, also in messaging app, contact app, calculator, calendar application. So Material U implementation is almost on every application which comes pre-installed with LineageOS 21. And almost all the applications adapts to the wallpaper color pretty well. I personally feel the implementation of Material U is really great on this particular custom ROM. And you'll find this implementation in the entire UI. We also have this new volume slider using which you can access things like ringtone, notification tone, alarm, etc. Under wallpapers and style, now it matches the UI of Pixel smartphones, which lets you control the clock colors and size, and you also have a bunch of color palette options. But sadly, they did not add much of clock styles. We only have one clock style present on LineageOS 21. Material U in the camera application, and also the camera application got updated with LineageOS 21, which adds some new features. So for example, if you go to video section, if you tap this icon, you have few options, and one of the new option which they have added is this mic on and off. So if you want to record the video without audio, you can do that by triggering this mic on and off option. By the way, this new camera application is called Aperture on LineageOS. There are a lot of new options added, and one of them is this zero shutter lag mode. So if you have enabled this, it reduces shutter lag by a huge margin, and you'll obviously notice while clicking some pictures. Then if you go towards the bottom side, under advanced, there are some processing settings in which you can make changes under the sharpening, denoising, vintage correction and more. But I always prefer using Google Camera on custom ROMs if they don't have the stock camera application pre-installed. Along with the new camera application, they have also added this new gallery application called Glimpse. So here we have that application which you can see. Towards the bottom side, you have three options: Reels, Album and Search. And if you click a photo towards the top and side, you'll see the date and year along with the time at what time that photo was clicked. And tapping on more info, you can see other information about that particular photo, the resolution, location, etc. Though it doesn't have the support of pinch to zoom in or zoom out. Hoping to see more add-ons under the gallery application in the upcoming builds. So these were some of the new add-ons, but if you guys are aware that LineageOS doesn't come with much of customization options, LineageOS is known for its great battery backup and has better stability. Animations are top-notch with zero lags or stutters. But there are few customization options, and which reminds me of the previous good time of custom ROMs. One of them is this rotation setting. So it doesn't matter, you rotate your device in any direction, the screen will rotate accordingly. And this feature comes in very handy, like whenever we hold the phone while charging, you can see that bend in the cable, but with this feature I can rotate the device and use it upside down, so that time charging ports move on the top side, and it's very convenient to use. You can find some basic features like the off-screen or the touchscreen gestures, one-handed mode which works perfectly fine, and other options like quickly open the camera application. On stock OS, a lot of users complain about this grayish background when enabled dark mode, but this ROM will not disappoint you because under dark theme we do have a pitch black option, and here the entire UI is now pitch dark in color. This pure black mode will also help you save some battery juice on your device. Okay, if you're talking about the battery, so let me also tell you guys the battery backup which I'm getting on this device. First of all, under battery you do have some advanced charging control options in which you can set 3 different modes. One is automatically, then the second one is custom schedule, where you can set the charging control activities when you start the charging after 10 o'clock. And there's also an option to set a target time to fully charge. There's also an option which will let your device battery health last longer, where you can limit the charging at certain percent. Minimum is 70 and the maximum is 100%. Now let me show you the battery backup. So this is the first SOT. Don't look at the graph guys, there are some issues in the graph. But in the first cycle I got 4 hours and 14 minutes of screen on time with my normal usage. It's a pretty old device. Even on stock OS I don't get such battery backup, it remains below 4 hours only. You can see the applications used, and let me show you the current battery backup if you go to setting. So here again you can see there is an issue with the battery graph which is not correct. And till now I've got almost 2 hours of screen on time, but in this testing I use the device to its max potential by testing benchmarks using Geekbench application and 3D Mark bench test. So overall I would say battery backup is good on the initial builds of Android 14 of LineageOS 21. And now let's talk about the performance. So here you can see the Geekbench Mark scores. Single core has scored 1519, multi-core scores are 3720. And when we did Wildlife Extreme stress test, you can see the stability scores are 98.6, which I have never achieved on any of my smartphone, even OnePlus 12 or iQOO. The battery drain was 14%, temperature rise was only 6%, and FPS was between 7 FPS to 13 FPS. So first of all, let me tell you, BGMI have the support of 90 FPS, but I did not find the game dashboard on this custom ROM, so I tried recording the game using stock screen recorder present on this custom ROM. But whenever I use this stock screen recorder, the FPS drops to 60 instead of 90. So screen recorder doesn't have the support of 90 FPS. If you record your gameplays, you can only record in 60. But I have played few TDMs with 90 FPS and the gameplay is super smooth. In my testing, I did not find any kind of lags. Gyroscope works fine, smoothness was good, and the frame rate was between 80 to 90. Meanwhile, here is a small gameplay which was recorded using the stock screen recorder. In this, you might feel some jitters, but you won't feel laggy gameplay if you're not doing screen recording. So guys, this was all about the LineageOS 21 and custom ROMs like Lineage, Paranoid, Pixel Experience. These are my favorite custom ROMs and I always wanted to try them. You guys let me know in the comment section below which custom ROM you guys want me to test out. Accordingly, we'll plan a new video on that. As of now, only this much in this video. I hope you guys gonna like the video. If you like the video, then do give us a thumbs up. And also if you're new to our channel, then do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.